Ladies and gentlemen, the convocation begins with the procession, which will enter the hall shortly. As the procession enters, all are requested to rise and remain standing till all the procession are in front of their seats and till the chief guest takes his seat. It gives us immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 9th convocation ceremony of XIME Kochi, the much awaited day.
The procession is now entering the hall. All please rise. May I request Professor C.P. Ravindranathan, IFS retired, the Chairman Board of Governors of XIME Kochi, to start the proceedings.
I declare the 9th convocation of Xavier Institute of Management and Entrepreneurship Kochi open.
The story of XIME is one of sheer determination and persistence. I now invite the president of XIME Society, Mr. Anil J. Philip, for the welcome address and to introduce the chief guest.
Good morning. Principal founder of XIME and chairman of Bangalore, Professor Philip, our forever guiding light. XIME Kochi chairman, Ambassador Professor Ravindranath, XIME's conscience, members of the board, welcome to each one of us. Parents, family and friends of the graduating batch who are here in person or virtually, a special welcome to you on what I'm sure is a very treasured occasion. Welcome, of course, to the director, the Dean Academics, and all the faculty and staff. Today is such a special day for you too, because you journeyed with the graduating batch for the last 2 years. I see there are a good number of first years. Your time will come 1 year from now. Remember, you still need to get that 5 CGPA. So please make sure you do that. Now, a very, very hearty welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Jimon Kora. So let me also, I have the privilege of introducing him. Dr. Jimon Kora is a prominent figure in the Indian business landscape, serving as the CEO of MAN Concor. It's spelled as M-A-N-E, but I guess I got the pronunciation right. It is part of a French conglomerate which is 250 plus years old and 1.5 billion euro company. They are into the fragrance and ingredients business. In fact, MAN was placed 7th on the Food Talks Global Top 50 Foods and Flavors Fragrances list of 2021. Dr. Kora holds a PhD in organic chemistry and an MBA from IRMA, in addition to an executive MBA from IIM Ahmedabad. His academic background in chemistry and business management has equipped him with the unique skill to navigate that complex intersection of technology, science, and business. Under his leadership, MAN Concor has transformed from a small spice company, trading company, to be part of this huge global conglomerate. He has also been the driving force behind MAN Concor's commitment to sustainability, promoting environmentally friendly practices throughout the company's operations. In today's world, that's a very, very important factor to drive companies towards that ESG initiative. Great leaders are great networkers. And the best proof point of that is the number of industry bodies he is part of. And I went through that list. I thought the convocation time would be over and I would not be able to complete that list. So let me pick a few. He's the Vice Chairman of International Federation of Essential Oil and Aroma Trade. Till recently, the Chairman of CII Kerala and Management Committee member of All India Spice Exports Forum. His contributions to the industry has been widely recognized, including being hailed as one of the best CEOs in India for his contribution to his field, as CEO by ASSOCHAM. In addition, he was also recognized by the famed Dhanam Business Magazine as Business Professional of the Year. Welcome and thank you, Dr. Kora. Now, of course, to the part that I love doing the most, that is talking to the batch that is graduating. This is a unique batch in many ways, right? You came at that peak of COVID. You came at that peak of COVID, and from a management standpoint, not the ideal size of batch that we would have liked, right? The revenue doesn't make it count. However, as you all told me in your feedback session, that ensured the best student-faculty ratio that you could ever imagine, and you said that helped you a lot in your development. And I can tell you that this batch will be really, really close-knit in the years to come and right until you are really old. In other ways too, this batch is special. 40% of you are women, so a very good gender mix. 37% of you came with work experience. And you still represented, in spite of the smaller size, 16 states. So that's pretty cool, right? And this is what actually puts XIME differently to many other B schools. The inclusivity and diversity that you get, or the acceptance of that, is far ahead of the others. Now let me briefly go through with you your 2 years here, very briefly. You must be wondering, 2 years, how can you do it briefly? I have some help from Bollywood. Okay, remember those first reactions? All of you seen Munna Bhai? Okay, that first reaction. You saw your roommate. Good Lord, he looks like Munna Bhai, and I'm Swami. And is there a process to change the room, please? And then you realize it's not. But this is what makes you so close, because you were able to get to know another diverse culture, background, whatever. Then you started building your network, right? Maybe 2 idiots, 3 idiots, 4 idiots, 5 idiots, I don't know. But it started at college and went on to using SIP, SUPA, etc. to drive much more, right? And you started building your network outside it. But sometimes this happened, right? There is a fall in the signal by a new idiot who spoils the original through idiot's party. Let me collectively now welcome again and thank your family and friends, parents in particular, who are who have always been your pillar of strength through your life, including your time at XIME. Parents who are here, some of you online, do pat yourself on the back, wipe that tear of joy. Your girls and boys turned out just all right, while they may have given you many scares along the way. And while it may sound too dramatic, as in 3 idiots, I'm sure you told them, Beti, beta, ji le apni zindagi. Not sure what your expectation of your faculty was. Some of them, and if there's any resemblance to anybody at XIME Kochi, purely unintentional and coincidental. Virus with his famed pen, or whether it is Amir Khan in Tare Zameen Par. Your faculty always had your best interest in mind. And I say that even for the virus, because finally he gave the famed pen to the best student, the most deserving student. He always had the student's interest in mind. So, a salute to the director, the deans, the faculty coordinators, and all the faculty and staff. You're important in their journey is best as per this quote by Henry Brooks. A teacher affects eternity. They can never tell where their influence stops. I'm sure it has been a journey of transformation. Your overall confidence built, your knowledge base increased, communication skills, including getting rid of that stage fright, leadership and entrepreneurial mindset, more adaptable to people and situations, an ability to problem solve and think out of the box, including an improved worldview and perspective. Don't forget CBE. And today, as you graduate, that smile on your face tells it all. There is a highlight which I am really proud of. As of yesterday, 95% of you were placed with a CTC of 10.3 and 27% year-on-year growth. An ROI, even which you didn't bank on, a 128% ROI on a 2-year academic fee. This is special for us. Thank you for walking tall on this front as well. I want to clap for you all. I know 3 of you, but specifically from the HR batch, are yet to be placed. Your time will come soon, and I'm sure it will be even better than what the others have got so far. Because sometimes it's always worth the wait. You all are special in other ways too, and I won't go into that. But let me end by saying, look back at your time at XIME and seize opportunities and accept the challenges. Look at the future with optimism. Because of you, the world can be more optimistic. Remember, you found a better version of yourself. Let me end with this quote from Walt Disney. All your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. Go chase that dream. All the best.
Thank you, sir. I now request Chairman Professor C.P. Ravindranathan, IFS retired, to present a bouquet to the chief guest.
I request Dr. T.V. Franci, Director of XIME Kochi, to present the annual report.
Professor C.P. Ravindranathan, IFS retired, Chairman of XIME Kochi. Our chief guest, Dr. XIME Kochhi, Executive Director, CEO Man Cancor Ingredients Private Limited. Mr. Anil J. Philip, President of XIME Society. Professor J. Philip, Principal Founder of XIME, Chairman XIME Bangalore, and former Director of IIM Bangalore. Members of Board of Governors, members of faculty, staff, dear graduating students and their parents, all well-wishers who have joined the function virtually, I welcome you all. First of all, let me congratulate all the graduating students of BATCH-9 on their successful performance and on the recognition that they are about to receive for their academic achievement. I consider it as a great honor to present the Institute's annual report on this convocation. A detailed report of the current academic year has been prepared and is available. Because of the time restrictions, I am presenting only the summary of that detailed report. Let me commence the report with the activities and achievements of academic year 2022-23. I will begin with batch details. Batch 9. As President rightly specified, Batch 9 was really a special batch. We call it as COVID batch, a small batch of 54 students. Actually, the batch started with 55 students. After that, 1 student left. But these 54 students are from 16 states of India. Because of COVID, the batch started with a virtual orientation program across all over the 3 campuses from 1st July to 9th July 2021. The formal inauguration of the academic activities was conducted on 1st July. The classes in term 1 were held online only, but examinations were conducted physically in campus in the month of October 2021. Since then, all students were present in the campus and physical classes were held. In Kerala, we were the only batch, only college we started physical classes at that time. So you may be remembering the COVID, what is the protocols, all those things. All these 54 students attained the minimum passing criteria and will be awarded PGDM. The highest CGPA is 7.21. 7.21 out of 8. Usually this grading will be in 10. Ours is out of 8. And the lowest CGPA is 5.04 with an average CGPA 5.73. Among the students qualified to receive PG diploma, 31% secured CGPA of 6 plus and 69% secured a CGPA of 5.4 and more. 5.4 is equivalent of 60%. Mr. Saurav Singh with a CGPA of 7.21 will receive Chairman's Awards and Certificate. Awards for excellence in various specializations and subjects will be announced during the convocation ceremony. I am not breaking that suspense right now. We are thankful to Sunny Diamond for their continued support by sponsoring a diamond ring and a certificate for the best outgoing student. The Institute would like to place on record its deep sense of gratitude to Manconquer Ingredients Private Limited, Geojit Financial Services, Lucre, Sudchemy, Supreme Gold for sponsoring excellence awards for the academic excellence in human resource, finance, marketing, operations, and analytics for Batch 9 students. We are also grateful for the George Thomas Kottugapalli Memorial Award for excellence in humanitarian and social science. Placement. The placement activities commenced on 12th July 2022. The placement training was oriented towards public speaking, current affairs quiz, aptitude training, group discussions, resume building, impression management, domain circles, and mock interviews. Out of the 54 students, 51 students have been already placed. That means 94.4% of the students are already placed. We are confident that we will be reaching 100% for Batch 9 as had been in the case of Batch 8. The highest CTC of the current batch is 14.3 lakhs per annum with an average CTC of 10.3. We thank all our recruiters, which include organizations like Infosys, Wipro, SBI Life, Dell, Oracle, Ernst & Young, IDFC First Bank, Havels, KPMG, Bandhan Bank, Federal Bank. The list is long. Next one is Batch 10. Among 103 students enrolled in Batch 10, 9 students left during the first week of the academic year. And the total count of students during term 1 is 94. The batch consists of students from 16 states. Among the 94 students, 37 students are female, 57 students are male. Overall, 36% of students have prior industrial experience. All the 94 students who appeared for the second term examinations were promoted to a third term, and they are currently doing their term 3. Super. All the students of Batch 10 completed super work in various NGOs, live projects. From Batch 10, 20 students did live projects in 7 different organizations. I am not reading the list for the sake of time. Summer internship. As of today, 25 students are already placed, received SIP. Of course, the remaining will be happening within 1 or 2 weeks. The highest stipend offered for this year is rupees 30,000 per month, which is offered by Ernst & Young. V-Guard Industries also offered a stipend of 25,000 per month. Average stipend so far is rupees 10,944 per month. MOU signed. This year, we have signed a very important MOU with Adelaide Business School, Australia. Discussions are happening. What are the programs to be done? Joint research will be there. Faculty, students exchange, etc. will be happening. One more MOU with Desalal University, Manila, Philippines. That is in progress. We hope that also will happen within few weeks. MDP, FDP consultancy. During the year 20 to 23, 4 major organization-based programs were conducted. One for HDIC Global, Network Deluxe, Saint Gobain India Limited, and BPCL Kochi Refineries. These programs were tailor-made in consultation with the top management for those organizations. The sessions were designed as a combination of classroom sessions, case studies, team building games, and role plays. An HR conclave was also conducted on 3rd September. The title program was Knowledge Renewal Meet. 71 participants from various industries attended the program. Faculty participation for external events as speakers or resource persons. Our faculty members regularly participate in external events conducted by professional organizations as well as other institutions as speakers or resource persons. Since it's a very lengthy list, I am not reading it here. Faculty publications and participations in external events. Faculty responsibilities include conducting research and publishing papers or articles in the area of specialization. In this connection, the faculty members are encouraged to publish papers in reputed journals and magazines. Further, faculty members are nominated to attend workshops, conferences, and training programs conducted by reputed institutions and agencies. In the current academic year, our faculty members published 16 articles in various reputed journals, which include ABDC listed, Scopus indexed, book chapters, UGC listed, and newspaper articles. We always encourage faculty members to participate in conferences, to update their knowledge, and to have a mutual interaction with peers working in the area. Since the list is very large, I am not reading. Events at XIME. Building leadership in the new generation. XIME Kochi organized a 20-day intensive training program on building leadership in the new generation for the final year undergraduate students. That was from May 9 to 31, 2022. The objective of the program was to build leadership skills and managerial competencies in young men and women so that they be successful professionals in the current competitive scenario. 24 students from various famous colleges participated in the program. These colleges include Christ College Irinjalkoda, Mario Annius College Trivandrum, St. Teresa's College Ernakulam, SB College Changanasheri, St. Thomas College Pala, Assumption College Changanasheri, St. Paul's Kalmasheri, like that. The leadership program began with Holy Mass led by Father Dr. George Madatiparambil on May 9th, 2022. The program was inaugurated by Mr. Haibi Eden, MP Ernakulam, followed by a session with Professor J. Philip on XIME and its mission in this effort. The trainees of the program include our President, Mr. Anil J. Philip, 3 chairmen of the XIME campuses, and 20 senior practitioners from industry and profession. The list of members are Dr. Stan Lobo, Professor M. Jaiswal, Justice Syriac Joseph, Dr. S. Raju Krishnan, Dr. Madhu, Mr. Gigi Thompson IAS, Dr. K.R. Anthony, Dr. V.A. Joseph, Bishop Thomas Tarail, Mr. P.C. Syriac IAS, Justice Kurian Joseph, Ambassador T.P. Srinivasan IFS, Dr. Matthew J. Manimala, Mr. S.R. Nair, Ms. Shirley, Ms. Bijo Kurian, Mr. Joy Iman IAS, Mr. Dinesh Thambi, Mr. Ajit Kumar, Mr. Jose Dominic, Dr. K. Radhakrishnan, Mr. Kochausar Chitlapulli. The leadership program was coordinated by Dr. Smita Jose and Dr. Feba Thomas. Orientation of Batch 10. The orientation program Inspire for the PGDM Batch 2022 XIME Kochi commenced on 11th July 2022 with the Holy Mass by Father Reverend Dr. George Madatiparambal, followed by a community breakfast. The one-week program was inaugurated in XIME Bangalore for all the 3 campuses. Mr. Anil J. Philip, President XIME Society, welcomed the gathering of the 3 campuses. Our student attended the inaugural function as online. The chief guest, Mr. Srikanth Arimanithya, Global Talent Leader, Ernst & Young Global, spoke on the importance of hard work and how these 2 years of PGDM would be transformational. Professor J. Philip, Principal Founder, XIME, Chairman Bangalore, Professor C.P. Ravindranathan IFS, Chairman XIME Kochi, and Mr. B.O. Sebastian, Vice Chairman XIME Kochi also addressed the students and parents. The following day, Professor J. Philip and Professor C.P. Ravindranathan IFS retired addressed the students in Kochi campus. Professor J. Philip shared his enriching journey right from his graduation to the founding of XIME. Professor C.P. Ravindranathan speak on history of management education, and the director, Dr. T.V. Francie, addressed the students regarding institutional vision and mission. All Kerala Maria Philip Future Debate Competition. This is a very special event usually we conduct in Kerala. Now, this event is conducted in Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu also. Kerala region finals were conducted on 10th December 2022 at XIME Kochi. 10 regional winners participated in the event. The regional winners were the following colleges: St. Thomas College, Trichur; St. Dominic's College, Kanjirapalli; School of Legal Studies, Kusat, Kochi; Assumption College, Changanasheri; Providence College, Calicut; Fatima Mada National College, Kollam; Marivanius College, Trivandrum; Pragjyothi Niketan College, Chalakudi; Mar Athanasius College of Engineering, Kodamangalam; Don Bosco Arts and Science College, Kannur. Mr. APM Muhammad Hanish IAS, Principal Secretary, General Education Department of Industries and Commerce, was the chief guest, and he addressed the gathering during the valedictory session. Winners of the session were the following. First position was won by St. Thomas College, Trichur, and the second position by St. Dominic College, Kanjirapalli. Quest 2023. Quest 23, the National Management Fest, was conducted at XIME Kochi on 24th and 25th March. Colleges from all over India were invited to participate in the two-day fest. This edition of the fest had a participation of 331 students from 34 different colleges across India. The organizers of the event raised a total sponsorship of rupees 2,20,000 from various organizations. Overall, a cash prize of 2 lakhs rupees were distributed to winners. School of Management Studies, KUSAT, was declared as the overall champions of Quest 23. Ms. Lindsay P.T. was the faculty coordinator, and Mr. Pindo Prasad and Ms. Sudhi Gopal were the student coordinators. Club activities. Clubs are the lifeline of institute, and all students are members of one of the clubs. The clubs help them channel their creative, entrepreneurial ideas and gain hands-on experience on management concepts through the coordination and management of various events in campus with a minimal faculty interface. The following are the various clubs functioning at XIME Kochi. Finitiative, the Finance Club; Hriday, HR Club; Marks Time, Marketing Club; XOPS, Operations Club; MADEX, Cultural Club; Exceed, the Social Welfare Club. All these clubs were active in organizing various events. A detailed report of the activities is presented in the detailed report. Student achievements in external programs. Our students usually participate in events conducted by other popular education institutions and win prizes. A detailed list is provided in my report. Since the list is large, I am not reading it. Speaker series. Speaker series is a regular event where we invite external speakers to address our students and interact with them. We consider this as an opportunity to our students to gain knowledge other than what is covered in the academic curriculum. We invite speakers from various fields. This academic year, 11 prominent speakers addressed our students. A detailed list is provided in my detailed report. Industry visits. This academic year, we had several industry visits, which include Aptiv, Nita Gelatin, TCS, Vigard Industries, Dencare Lab. So there is a list. I am not reading all this list. My concluding remarks. For XIME Kochi, this is the 9th convocation, and we are now in the process of admitting students for the academic year 23-25, our 11th batch. We shall indeed continue to pursue XIME's commitment to academic excellence. In addressing the task of skill enhancement of our students, XIME Kochi will deploy its activities over a wide range, including music, dance, debates, quiz competitions, club activities, distinguished speaker series, games, etc., etc. We have succeeded in maintaining our campus as a happening place. In this regard, I am very glad to say that we have had our talented students leading the charge. The faculty and staff were always to support with them. I would like to thank our Dean Academics, Professor Alok Krishna, Dean External Programs and Placements, Professor A.S. Girish, Dean Research, Dr. Joshin John, and all other faculty members for the support they have extended. I must also acknowledge and support that I received from Mr. Dominic, our Chief Admin and Public Relations Officer, Corporate Relations Officer, Sister Mercy Kuti, and the entire admin team. We were fortunate to have the leadership and guidance and encouragement from our chairman, Professor C.P. Ravindranathan, President, Mr. Anil J. Philip, and over and above, Professor J. Philip, our principal founder. Let me also mention the guidance that we have received from our secretary, Mr. C.J. Kunjaria. I would like to end this report with my good wishes and prayers for the continued success of the graduating students. I am sure there is a special bond between the graduating batch and the institute. We value and cherish this bond. Once again, I wish you every success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I invite the man behind XIME, Professor J. Philip, for the founder's address.
Before I start my speech, my compliments to you for that very detailed, impressive, in-depth report on what happened. Very, very good. I was very, very impressed. Thank you very much. So let me start with my salutation to the chairman, Ambassador Ravindranathan, our chief guest, Dr. Kora, President Anil J. Philip, Mr. Ajayan, Additional Secretary Industries, Director for the Father Francie, graduating students, their dear parents, our distinguished guests, friends and faculty. So, first thing first. Graduating students and the parents, goes without saying, is a very special day. Great, memorable, and joyous. This day, these 54 graduates became professional managers with a silver spoon in the mouth. Now that's special. Now 51 out of 54 getting placed is a fantastic record. If you read what happens, even to some of the very best business schools in the US, they say they succeed in placing 90% of the graduates in 3 months' time. Now this 51 out of 54 is on a convocation day. I think there's a little arithmetical problem on that ROI. Now ROI, if you calculate like to like, that means your first 1 year fee is 4.5 lakhs. And 1 year salary is 10.3. So it's 220 or 225%. That is perhaps one of the highest ROIs in India. Remember that. So you are special. And I was told that, I don't live here, but I was told that this 10.3 lakhs is the second best in Kerala after IIM Bangalore. And that's big news. Now, when you came here 2 years ago, you heard again and again a word repeated: transformation. That was what we were after. The faculty, the administration, some of us who built this with a mission, this was what was at the back of our mind. Transformation. And transformation what? Transformation mindset, aspirational level, competence level, and value orientation. We are happy. When I particularly, that's what made me happy. When I read that, listened to that report, I thought, yes, we almost nearly achieved what we set out to achieve. And when I look at you people, I could see that writ large on the faces, the 54 of you sitting here. Let me pick from that value orientation one particular aspect that makes managers managers. And that's how we differ from others. Managers are wealth creators. That's our first job. We are wealth creators. We are change masters. And we are creative by nature. Remember that. We are wealth creators, change masters, and creative people. Create. That's the job of a manager. Creativity must emerge as part of your bloodstream. And I very passionately, vigorously believe in that. That should become part of your bloodstream. And it must drive you. It must live with you all 24 hours. It should continuously steer you, no matter where you are. In this VUCA world, I'm happy to say, over cliched expression, but VUCA still remains in this VUCA world. It will keep you survive and succeed, provided you keep this: innovation, creativity. Yesterday I sat back and started wondering, what is it that I should especially mention to you? Suddenly it came to my mind that central theme of 2-year business education, leadership. In leadership, if you remember, there are 5 big traits mentioned. Said that's a universally accepted 5 big traits. Okay, outgoing wala, openness, open wala, agreeable, emotion balance, and finally a word which is rich with meaning, and that word is conscientiousness. Conscientious about what we're doing. That's a fantastic word, conscientiousness. CIME student, you must stand and work with this core aspect, conscientiousness. Whether you deal with people around you, or the organization for which you work, or the society in which we live, or the mother planet, conscientiousness. As I said earlier, this word summarizes the whole of management, this one particular word. From the very time I came across this word, I said, that is it. And imagine if that influences people, the way in which the world will change, conscientiousness. Everyone in position, from a chief minister or a prime minister to a clerk in the office, if we have that watchword of conscientiousness, India will be different, world will be different, Kerala will be different. And that is exactly the transformation that we look for. Your behavior in any situation must announce this value. And that's what I always wanted. We founded this 1991. And several people asked me, what is it that had in your mind? I said I had the privilege of being at Harvard Business School, the very best in the world, XLRI, the best in the private sector. I am Bangalore, either the best or the second best. So I went through these three of the finest in the world. And so therefore this question came to me again and again and again. I said, so let me digress. In 1973, I had to present a paper in Bombay. And I was at that time in XLRI, I think. And I spent some time writing the article. And I thought I'll show it to a great man living in Jamshedpur. His name was Sir Jahangir Gandhi. I think he was the first Indian MBA from Columbia University. Great, great man. And he was the chairman of XLRI. I sent my paper to him, said, sir, please have a look. And I would value your thoughts, 73. He went through the whole thing, and where I was talking about competence and, skill sets and all that kind of things. He read through the whole thing and on the margin wrote one word. He said, how about conscience? That remained with me all my life. When somebody asked me, why was it this institution? Why did you start? What led you to do it? I said, this must be the one value that might guide any business school, conscience. That's a value that we went after that. Let me, as President said, let me end with a quote. Let me end with a quote. Very simple, well-known, oft-repeated. Man does not live by bread alone. Remember that. Man does not live by bread alone. What ultimately matters are for the value system for which you stood for in the world in which we live. This is what will differentiate you, the value system for which you good. So finally, good luck and good wishes to you and your proud parents who are here or watching this function from the distance. May your future be great and satisfying. And to the proud faculty and administration, the director, dean, and to the whole XIME Kochi community, our fulsome congratulations. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. And now we come to the most awaited moment of the day. The Batch 9 students will now receive their prize diplomas, a symbol of accomplishment at this point. May I call upon Professor Alok K., Dean Academics, to take over the proceedings.
I request all the graduating students to stand up, please. We now come to the key event of the convocation. The candidates will individually receive the diploma certificate from the chairman of the Board of Governors and then return to their places and remain standing. I now request the chairman to present the diploma certificates to the graduating students. I request all those present here to reserve their applause till all the diplomas have been presented and to avoid clapping in between. Adesh Umesh Nakhate. Ajoy Kadamanil. Akansha Nair. Amit Chandil. Amrit Abhishek, Ankit Sanjay Amrutkar, Ankita Raikwar, Ansu Teres Benny, Avinash Kumar Sinha, Bhavanam Hemant Reddy, Chaganti Kumar Reddy, David Lewis Palati, Deepak Kumar Patra, Devika Prakash, Dheeraj Patel, Divagar R, Divya Changlani, Diya S. Chandran, Hariharan ACG, Harris Shravan V, Jasween Kaur, Joseph Francis, K. Priyanka, Krishna Priya MK, Lakshmi Vijayan, Karthikeyan V, L. Shiva Jaswita, Madhusudan Venkatesh Belli, Maria Rafael, Mariam C. Tarakan, Merit Sarah Abraham, Mona Lisa Chaudhary, Momita Yogi,
Pushpendra Singh Raghuvanshi, R. Rishita, Rishabh Tripathi, Rishita Musnuri, Sagar Sarkar, Saurav Singh, Syed Dilshad Rahman, Shivam Sharma, Shreyash Asukar, Surodeep Mukherjee, Sudeepan Malik, Vinay Somnath Kotame, Shweta N, Jitin B, Srihari KV, Tanvi Amdaskar, Jitin A. George, Pragya Jetli, Abhin Joyson, we also have 4 others in absentia: Abhishek Prasannan, V. Vishal Raju, Pradeep Kumar Mahato, and Varun Kumar Vedigeti. That was the last student to receive the diploma. Now the audience may applaud. I am happy to present Bill Joyson and 2 others in person and 2 in absentia from batch 8. Adesh Nakati and 51 others in person and 2 others in absentia from batch 9, who have successfully completed the prescribed course of studies and fulfilled all other requirements of the PGDM 2-year full-time course at XIME Kochi. I request the chairman to confer on behalf of the Board of Governors of XIME Kochi the postgraduate diploma in management on these candidates.
By the authority vested in me as the chairman of the Board of Governors of XIME Kochi, I award you the postgraduate diploma in management, and I charge that by thought, word, and deed you prove yourselves worthy of the award. Thank you.
Now the students may please be seated.
Thank you, sir. Now may I request Professor Alok K, Dean Academics, to announce the Excellence Awards.
The following students of the PGDM program, please come forward one at a time as I announce and receive the award of excellence from the chief guest. They are also requested to remain at the backside of the dais to facilitate taking of a photograph. I request chief guest Dr. Jeevu sir. Chairman's cash prize of rupees 20,000 and certificate for the student scoring highest CGPA in 2-year PGDM program in batch 9. The award goes to Saurav Singh. Geojit Financial Services Limited has sponsored the award of rupees 10,000 and a certificate for excellence in finance. We would like to thank Mr. C.J. George for the award, and the award goes to Shivam Sharma. Private Limited has sponsored an award of rupees 10,000 and a certificate for excellence in human resources in the outgoing PGDM batch 9. We would like to thank Dr. Jimu Pura for the award. The award for batch 9 for excellence in human resources goes to Merin Sarah Abraham. Sutem India Private Limited has sponsored an award of rupees 10,000 and a certificate for excellence in operations. We would like to thank Mr. Sajeev Matthew for the award. The award for excellence in operations for batch 9 goes to K. Priyanka. Certificate for excellence in marketing in the outgoing PGDM batch 9. We would like to thank Mr. V.P. Anthony for the award, and the award goes to Saurav Singh. For excellence in IT and business analytics in the outgoing PGDM batch. We would like to thank Mr. Malik Channam, CEO of Supreme Court Corporation, for sponsoring the award. The award goes to Merin Sarah Abraham. Memorial Award of rupees 10,000 and a certificate for the student for humanitarian and social service in the outgoing PGDM batch. And this is awarded to Ajoy Kadaman India. PP Sunny and Mr. Prem Sunny of Sunny Diamonds for the continuous support for recognizing the best all-rounder for the past 8 years by sponsoring the Sunny Diamond Award, which consists of a diamond ring and a certificate. We have with us Head of Learning and Development, Sunny Diamond Group of Companies, Mr. Harish K. Nair. May I request Mr. Harish to join us on the stage? And the award for the best all-rounder in the outgoing PKD Batch 9 goes to R. Rishita. Thank you, sir. Now we'll have a group photo. Thank you. We'll have a group photo of the award winners.
We would like to take a moment to once again thank the sponsors of the respective awards for partnering with us in recognizing excellence in various areas of management. We thank our sponsors Mr. P.P. Sunny and Mr. Prem Sunny from Sunny Diamonds, Mr. C.J. George of Geojit Financial Services Limited, Dr. Jimon Kora of Man Concord Ingredients Private Limited, Mr. Saji Matthew of Sud Chemi India Private Limited, Mr. V.P. Anthony of Lucre, Mr. Manik Chenam of Supreme Gold Corporation. We look forward to your continued support for our coming batches as well.
It's indeed a privilege to have Dr. Jimon Kora, Executive Director and CEO of Man Concord Ingredients Private Limited, in our midst today. May I request our Chief Guest of the Day to deliver the convocation address and enlighten our bunch of graduates.
Good afternoon, good evening. Not knowing where your parents may be, so wishes to them as well. Please give yourself a very big hand. All of you. This day is quite momentous. Not just because you are graduating and the feeling that you are here passing out of XIME, but you are actually moving into a different world altogether. All these years, you have been provided for, protected, taken care of by your family, your parents. You are now stepping out into the world. It's a big change. From now on, you are the makers of your own destiny. How many of you actually let that feeling sink into you? You're stepping into a completely different world, standing alone on your feet, facing the world. What are you going to do? What do you want to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Do each of you here passing out and the ones who will pass out next year, do you have a vision exactly where you want to be, what you want to drive towards? The E in your XIME stands for entrepreneurship. right? How many of you want to be an entrepreneur? AIM stands for management. Many of you, as your founder rightly mentioned, you are all managers. But what you are stepping into this world is going to transform some of you from managers into leaders. Are you prepared for that? How do you prepare yourself for that? Reflect upon this later today. Think about what you want to be doing, where you want to be heading, what you want to achieve. Have a vision for yourself. That is very important. Destiny also plays a very important role in our lives. So you may have a vision, but destiny could take you somewhere else. Embrace it. Don't fight it. I'll give you from my life what happened to me when I made a phone call that lasted 3 minutes that changed my world. My first job out of passing out of IRMA was with Kerala Horticulture Development Program. It was a Kerala government project along with the European Union, and 5 of us from IRMA joined the campus, from the campus. 1 year down the line, we were completely disillusioned. This is not what we signed up for. All our dreams shattered within just a period of 1 year. It was probably the toughest period of my life. And frankly speaking, at that point of time, almost every day in the evenings, we used to come back, 5 of us sitting together, and we used to say, is this what we actually studied for? Everything that we thought is going away. It's not going the right way. What do we do? It was quite a painful process. But 1 year down the line, we all decided, okay, enough is enough. We are quitting. And we will move on to the next, whatever life has in store for us. Those days, there were no mobile phones. So I get into this telephone booth at Trivandrum railway station. Because I used, I come from Chennai. So I was boarding the Madras mail that leaves Trivandrum at around 2:30 in the afternoon. I picked up the phone there from the telephone booth. I called up an acquaintance of mine who was working in Ernakulam. I told him, I'm boarding the train, I'm leaving to Chennai. It was nice meeting you a couple of weeks back, but probably we may not meet again. I just wanted to let you know out of courtesy that, thank you for your time. And he said, Jim, when the train passes through Ernakulam Junction, why don't you get off there at 6:30 and pick you up from the train station and we'll talk. It was exactly 3 minutes, that telephone call. I got off at, and because he's a senior to me, I respected his words. I got off at Ernakulam Junction. He came, picked me up. We had a nice dinner. Next day morning, he takes me to the office. We have a chat. There are a few of his friends sitting there, also seniors. We got talking, and they said, would you like to join CANCOR? I said, no. I'm headed to Chennai. I don't think I'm comfortable working with in Kerala. Just completely disillusioned with everything that has happened. I said, why don't you give it a shot? We won't hold you to it. And I said, yes. If that is the case, I'm condensing the whole conversation. Okay, I'm not telling you to go back to what happened. So I said, if that is the case, 12 months, I will stay. If I don't like, I'll walk away. And that was 30 years ago. I'm still here. 3 minutes of that telephone call that changed my life. It will happen to many of you here. That you will want to do something, but destiny will take you to something better. Be prepared for it. The lesson I learned then, I did mention that 1 year was really tough, very difficult. I used to go to the church in the evening and say, why have you put me through this trial? It's really difficult, God. We've done a lot of hard work to reach here, and things are not going on. my way. Looking back, many years later, now I can definitely say that 1 year was probably the best year of my life, because it taught me everything that 10 years would not have taught me. The toughest period of your life is the time when you learn how to handle it, how to cope up with everything that life throws at you and come out stronger. So always remember, all of you will go through difficult times, that's for sure. But remember, that makes you stronger. That makes you understand how to handle those circumstances. Post that, I can say that whatever has happened, it was brushed aside. It was no big deal really. You could handle it. So don't get disheartened, don't get upset. You will, which is natural, it's human tendency. But always remember that you will come out of it strong. And the only thing that you have in competition is yourself. How will you be a better version of you tomorrow than what you are today? Continuously strive towards that. Because every day is a learning, and every lesson learned is something that will have to stand by you for the rest of your life. Many of you would have heard this anecdote about being passengers in a bus journey. There are people who board the bus at different points of time, at different bus stops. Some people get off, some people continue till the end of their journey. Life is like that. Today you are with your friends. Last 2 years you've been all together. You come from college, you have come from school, and I can tell you that the best friends are made in the first 20-25 years of your life. These are the friends that will stand with you for the rest of your life. And why is that? Because here, at this age, as you grow up, there are no pretensions, there are no judgments. You are known by your name, not by your religion, not by the wealth, not by the car you drive, not by anything other than the fact that you are all together with a common goal. My best friends are still my school friends. Once in 3 or 4 months, I still drive down to Cochin, to Chennai, spend a day with them, and come back completely rejuvenated. Don't lose that relationship. Invest in those relationships. Of course, my school days, we didn't have WhatsApp and everything, so it was quite difficult to revive all those old connections back. But you all are fortunate in that sense, because you are going to be networked all through. Always look out for each other, talk to each other, and that's where you will find the strength to carry on and also think about new things. Some of you, I can tell you what will happen. In a few years from now, many of you would have decided, okay, I have learned a few things in my work, I want to start something of my own. Who are the people you are going to speak to? You're going to call your friends, you're going to call your very close-knit family and say that, would you be my investor? Or would you be my partner? That is what relationships, investment in relationships will eventually bring you. Never miss out that opportunity. In all this, some of you will go on to become CEOs and presidents, chairmen of companies. Always remember to be humble. The reason I say that is, there is always somebody who knows something more than you. You are never the expert in anything. You will always meet a wiser person from whom you can learn. Remember that. But unless you remember that you do not know everything, you will not have the room to learn more. And that is absolutely important. Always stay humble and always remember there is one superpower above all of us. And we are nothing in comparison to what that power is. So never get this into your head that I am now the CEO of a company or president of an organization and therefore I am the most powerful. No. You are so minuscule in this larger scheme of things. I don't know if any one of you have watched that Pale Blue Dot by Carl Sagan. Please do. It gives you the perspective how minuscule each one of us are in the greater scheme of things. Discipline, absolutely important. Remember, that is what makes a nation, but that discipline has to start from each one of us. And that translates into everything that you do, the way you think, the way you act, the way you interact with others, the way you respect others. Everything comes from that fundamental word of discipline. Again, I will trace back a journey of mine in Japan. And we all know that Japanese are probably one of the most disciplined people in this world. And how that translates to real life. I'm traveling from Tokyo to a place called Fukuoka. We have to change trains at Osaka. I don't remember the exact time, but we left Tokyo, let's say at 9 o'clock. And we are supposed to change trains at Osaka at 11:02. The train from Tokyo to Osaka reaches at 11 o'clock. So we have 2 minutes to change the train. And I'm talking to my Japanese colleague. He says, I tell him, Kumoda-san, 2 minutes to change a train in Osaka station, and Osaka station is as big as Tokyo station. How is that going to be possible? And I'm kind of, I'm coming from India, we've seen the train networks here, we know how trains work. Trains are delayed and you have to run from one platform to the other, and by the time you carry your baggage and go to the other platform, the other train is gone, if it leaves on time. So I tell, and Kubota-san tells me, Jimon-san, don't worry, easy. So we go, take the train, 11 o'clock the train reaches Osaka, absolutely no rush. People are gently picking up the bags from the overhead bins, walking down, and I'm just following Kubota. He gets off, and every ticket has the seat number, the compartment, everything. Okay? So we get off the train, and he doesn't even look anywhere. He just crosses the platform, gets on to the train on the opposite side of the platform, and he looks for a seat number. I asked him, what are you doing? Do we know this is a train? Jimon-san, that is how the Japanese system works. And believe it or not, in 1 minute, we were on the other train in our seats. That's discipline. And that's how the whole country works. This is something which we also need to inculcate in our daily lives. Before I conclude, there are a few things which I really want us all to recognize. And one of the most important reasons why you all are sitting here is your parents. Thanks to them. And do you remember, or can you imagine, what is the single most objective of any parent in this world? Can one of you tell me what that objective would be? Every parent's dream is that their son or daughter will be achieving far greater heights than themselves. Right? Do you agree with me? That is one dream that all of them have. That my son or my daughter should achieve significantly more than what I have. Every effort of them all through their life is towards that. That has been their journey. Let's make sure that happens. Lastly, I'll leave you all with one question. What is the most important thing in your life? The single most important thing in your life, what is it? If you can answer that correctly, I believe you will have an answer to a lot of questions that you have in your head as you journey from a closed classroom to the open world. Thank you all, and it's been an honor being here. Respected members of the desk, parents, and dear students here. Wishing you all the very best, and I will hopefully see you as big and great leaders in a few years from now. All the very best to all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite XIME Kochi Chairman, Professor C.P. Ravindranathan, IFS retired, for the concluding remarks.
chief guest, Dr. Jimon Kora, founder of XIME, chairman of XIME Bangalore, Mr. Anil, president of XIME Society, Director Dr. T. Francis, and Prasad. Let me also acknowledge the presence in the audience of Mr. C. Ajayan, a member of the board. Now, the 9th convocation ceremony, having all that young, it is for me as chairman, to bring up career, so to speak. As I do so, I would like to convey my appreciation for the organization of the convocation ceremony and indeed for the successful conduct of the course for the 9th batch of PGD from 1921 to 1923. For this, congratulations are due to the team headed by Francis, Prasad, and faculty and staff. Now, more important, I would also like to share on this occasion the rejoicing that the parents of outgoing students who are here today, who share the success of young men and women passing out here and their placement. I do hope that the trust the parents are reposed in us in imparting the requisite knowledge and skills to assure a successful career in management to these young men and women has been dedicated by their experience. Now, we have the presence of Mr. Anil Philip, the president of XIME Society with us to report tonight. And we have indeed Professor J. Philip, who has always been present at our annual convocation. And on this occasion, he bears witness to again another milestone in the onward evolvement. Now, when I turn to my students, the students of XIME Kochi, who are passing out today, I reflect along with Mr. Anil, Dr. Francis, on the significant features of the PGDM course that they underwent here. For a good part of the course, it was online learning, but we also had returned to the physical form of instruction the moment it was possible. That is because we believe that the physical form of instruction, whatever may be the modern experts on the pedagogical value of online learning say, is the best and most effective form of management education in a residential institution like this, and that can only be secured through physical learning. Now, let us hope that the knowledge and skills that we are trying to impart will stand in good stead. At XIME, our constant emphasis is on general management skills of communication, and skills of analysis, skill of team building and team leadership, and problem solving, innovation. These skills, we would like to believe, can only be imparted through physical instruction, and that's what we are trying to do. Now, there is an invocation in Mahabharata about what is said on the occasion of coronation of the king. it is not only an invocation, it is also an admonition. It says, O King, be rather a garden neck than a charcoal burn. Be a charcoal burn refers to exploitation, natural and other resources at the command of our business and industry. And more and more there is a company engaged to think beyond that. Hence the garden. And garden making signifies the, shall I say, the aesthetics of beauty, the fine graces of us as individuals, and the human qualities we bring into our organization to leverage the human character. This particularly applies to managers in India coming out of our management institutions. The reason being that India is going to be one of the top economies in the world, whatever may be happening in politics or elsewhere, because it will be the achievement of the Indian people. And we will become one of the top economies of the world in a few years' time. And become that, we achieve that destiny, for good or bad, in its place. It is one of the superpowers of the world, the kind of which has never arisen in history. We are going to keep our goal with that superpower. Quite often, it is an interface which is strenuous, sometimes hostile, sometimes competitive, but we have to deal with it. And for us to prevail in this interface with China, we need all the partners, good leaders and good administrators, and all the partners, business and industry, which is at the core of our economy. It is efficient managers who focus on performance and results. So I do know that what we have gathered here will prepare you for the role expected. Today, Indian management has access to position in the global corporate world, as typified by examples like Satya Nadella and so on. So you have that opportunity as well. But the overwhelming numbers among you will work in India. This is where your work and life will be passed. And this is where you will achieve, you will dare and achieve. May the days ahead help to rise to the challenges and opportunities it holds. And I wish you all the best.
May I invite the President of XIME, Mr. Anand J. Philip, to hand over the memento to our chief guest.
Thank you, sir. I now invite our valedictorian of Batch 9, Mr. Vinay Kodame, to give his impressions and share his experiences of the 2-year PGDM program and to deliver the vote of thanks.
Greetings to all and a very good afternoon. Distinguished dignitaries, teachers on and out dais, friends, beloved parents, present here physically as well as those who have joined us online. I am here with tremendous honor and joy to be the chosen one to represent my batch for this Thanksgiving speech. Right now, my mind is flooded with countless emotions, but as I reflect, I can only say one thing: I have no regrets. We were initially a virtual batch to be inducted into XIME Kochi. Therefore, this fantastic journey officially began on August 1st, 2021. Most of us were bewildered, uneasy and blank when all of our new pals appeared in their own rectangular screens. With a global pandemic was in progress. The presence of Dr. XIME Kochhi is a huge blessing for XIME Kochi. Your presence simply is wonderful inspiration for us, and your words propelled us to great levels. Kindly accept our gratitude for being the chief guest in this gathering. To Professor J. Philip, our founder and the chairman of XIME Bangalore, you are the source of inspiration for each one of us sitting here. Our motivation has always been sustained by your fervor and enthusiasm to realize the mission of XIME. Your enthusiasm for business and academics has always shown in each of your speeches, and we aim to achieve the goal that you have envisioned for us. I sincerely appreciate what you have done and are now doing for society. I want to take a moment to thank President Mr. Anil Sir for his tireless dedication. Under his leadership, our institution has continued to grow and thrive with new programs and initiatives that have enriched the student experience and strengthened our community. He always has student welfare in the back of his mind, and we appreciate his gesture of meeting up with us during his visits to find out what best can be done in improving the student experience at XIME. Our chairman, Ambassador C.P. Ravindranathan, IFS retired, has been a great inspiration to everyone here. He has always guided us with his experiences and perspectives and is a strong force behind various initiatives, including new tie-ups with foreign universities. Our director, Dr. Francis TV, has always been the right grandfather figure for all of us. The basics of statistics and quantitative procedures still echo in our minds, sir. We have always loved to sit for your classes. Thank you, dear sir, for all your timely guidance and support. 2 years of life at XIME Kochi has given us a family away from family. A family with all sorts of craziness, fun, fights and celebrations. This family was wonderfully led by Professor Alok Krishna, our Dean Academics. I still wonder how you handle our every request by just one statement. Yes, we'll definitely look into it. Thank you, sir, for all your guidance. Mr. A.S. Girish, Dean Placements, thank you for making XIME our second home. Dr. Ranjana Varghese, for being the coolest faculty ever. You have always been upfront in sensing our problems and giving us reality checks. Our placement coordinator, Jomi Lawrence sir, thank you for all the support that you have given us during the placement process. You have seen all our emotions and helped us in all the phases of the placement process. Thank you, sir, once again. A word of gratitude to our batch coordinator, Ms. Lindsay Renan. You have known BATCH-9 in and out. Thank you, ma'am, for always being there. To our beloved faculty members who hold an integral part in our journey here, my sincere thanks to Mr. George Paul, Dr. Josen John, Mr. Soni Varghese, Dr. Elizabeth Devasia, Dr. Vishnu Rajan, Dr. Smita Jospanakil, Dr. Feba Thomas, Ms. Rosmi, Ms. Geetika Thomas. You have not just imparted us with knowledge, but been a rock support at all this while. Thank you. My sincere thanks to all the visiting faculty members who have in limited time brought in the industry knowledge and made an impact on us. I would also like to thank the team which is the glue holding XIME together. The admin team, Dominic sir, Joseph sir, Shikha ma'am, Nihas Chetta, Gladwin, Lijo Chetta, Abhijit, our very own Seema ma'am and Dumi ma'am. Our library mothers, Smita ma'am and Zija ma'am, hostel wardens, Vishal sir and Sister Manshi Gupta, who have collaborated our library teams, canteen staff, chechis and security uncles who have always ensured our comfort, making our stay memorable. Thank you all. I would like to thank our juniors for always keeping this lively environment around us. The ultimate source of love and care, our dear parents, for being a pillar of support through good times as well as bad. my batch 9 fellows. I still remember the first day we walked into XIME, bright-eyed, ready to take on the world. And now, as we prepare to leave, we are still bright-eyed, but maybe a little more tired and a lot more caffeinated. As we stand here today, ready to bid farewell to our beloved institution, I can't help but think of all the memories we have created together. From surviving endless lectures to pulling all-nighters for exams, we have truly come a long way. We have learned so much during our time here. From the intricacies of accounting to the mysteries of marketing, overload of operations and humor in HR. But at most, we will miss Lindsay ma'am's. See, you are a PGDM student and you are going to be future managers, and managers must manage. If you aren't managing, then it's a loss. We will miss Girish sirs when I was in Apollo, and the never-ending story continues. And we will never forget that the tire making process is similar to idli making process. We will miss Joshin sirs. Sure, but what's the central dilemma of the case? We will miss going to Jovi sir with small doubts, and in return, he will explain the whole subject to us. We will miss our one-stop solution to all the problems in XIME, that is our Seema ma'am. But as much as we have enjoyed goofing around, we have also worked incredibly hard. We have spent countless hours poring over case studies, presentations, writing research papers, and who could forget our group projects, where we worked together and somehow managed not to kill each other in the process. And while it wasn't always easy, we have come out the other side stronger and more knowledgeable. It's been a wild ride, but we did it, Batch 9. Congratulations, and may the force be with us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Vinay. That was a wonderful narration of the 2 years. Took all of us back to those days. You spoke from your heart, impressing all the graduates. May I request XIME Kochi Chairman Professor C.P. Ravindranath IFS retired to declare the 9th convocation closed.
Thank you, Chairman. May I request the gathering to rise for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जय गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being with us. Congratulations, Batch 9. You did it.
I now request the audience to remain standing till the convocation procession leaves the hall to the ground floor for a group photograph. Thank you and have a great day.